Okay, lesson 16. We've been primarily dealing with the key of C, playing in the key of C. Now let's learn to play in a different key. The next easiest key I think to play in is the key of G, and it's very similar to the key of C. The only difference is every time we have the letter F, we're going to sharp it. Every time on any chord in the scale, we're going to sharp it automatically. Just like automatically it was not sharped in the key of C, in the key of G, the F will automatically be sharped. And what we're doing is we're shifting the home note from a C, the home key, from a C to a G. Now G is number 1. So G, everything else is judged from G. You start with G, and you get our scale degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice I sharped the F. No more F natural. 1, 2, 3, or G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, back to a G. Notice every F in the chords are sharped. So the first thing I want to do, what I want to get out of this, is we're going to do the G scale, just like we did a C scale. We're going to do G root position chords, that R means root position, and then we're going to do first inversion and second inversion chords in the key of G. Now, you're not having to start over. We're not starting over. In fact, we're using the exact same chords we use in the key of C. We're just adding an F sharp, and we're changing the numbers around. But the chords are the same. Okay, so you've learned a lot already, and you won't have to add much to this. So what we're doing is we're starting on G. G is 1 now. Let's do the scale first. Let's look at these bottom letters here, because that's going to tell us our scale. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. And then, of course, we're back at a G. How do you do the fingering for the scale? Exactly the same as the key of C. When you did a C scale, and you did the 3 plus 4 thing and all that, exactly the same for the G scale. So, with the right hand, we start on a G, 3 plus 4, F sharp, then 3 plus 4, pinky, come back down. 3 plus 4 plus 3. Left hand scale will be the same thing if you want to try the left hand scale. Not absolutely necessary, but start with the pinky. 3 plus 4 plus 3. Coming down, 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4, and then add the pinky at the end. Okay? And if you really know the C scale, the G scale won't be that tough. So make sure you know your C scale before you try this G scale. Just make sure you put the F sharp in there instead of F natural, which is the white key. We do the black key instead. Here's F sharp. Now let's go through the chords. Remember, in the key of C, the G chord was the 5 chord. Not anymore. Now it's number 1. So GBD, 1 chord, 2 chord, A minor, 3 chord, BDF. Remember, in the key of C, the BDF was that weird 7th chord, but now if we put an F sharp on it, it makes just a nice minor chord. So that tic-tac-toe board means sharp the F, minor 3. 4 chord, oh here it is, C chord, C, E, G. C, the C chord was the 1 chord in the key of C, but not in the key of G. In the key of G, it's the 4 chord, C, E, G. Alright, here's a D, F, A chord, except we're going to sharp the F. So now it's our major 5 chord. Going up again, we have the E, G, B chord, the 6, and then the weird 7th chord, we have F sharp, and then an A, and then a C. There's our 7th chord. Now to do the inversions, do them exactly the same as you did when you did the C chord inversions, or the inversions of the chords in the key of C. Just put an F sharp, and you have the same thing. So this chord can be inverted. We move up and go B, D, and then G on the pinky. That's the first inversion. The second inversion is if we put a D on the thumb and then a G and then a B. And we already did this in the key of C. Alright, so we want to do the inversion for this one too. So A, C, E. So C, E, A. We've done this before in the key of C. Inverted again, E, C, E, A, C. Okay? And again, the point is, you know, just know what the name of the chord is. You don't have to be really familiar with which inversion you're doing. Just know that it's an A minor, A, C, E chord. Alright, here's the B, D, F sharp chord. This is where you'll run into a little bit of trouble. B, D, F sharp. Because of the sharp, you're not used to doing that black key. Well, when we invert it, we go D, F sharp, B. So D, F sharp, and then B on the top. Then we invert it one more time. We have F sharp on the thumb, B in the middle, and D on the top. Okay? We already know how to do the C chord. The D chord, let's do that because it's got an F sharp in it. D, F sharp, A. Invert it. First inversion, F sharp, A, D. F sharp on the thumb, then an A, then a D. Invert it again, then we have A, D, F sharp on the top. So, and then moving on, we have, well, we've already done the E minor in the key of C, so let's skip that one. If we do the diminished, or the 7 diminished chord, we have F sharp, A, C, and then we have A, C, F sharp. So A, C, F sharp for the first inversion for that chord, and then the second inversion will be C, A, F sharp. So C, F sharp, and then A on the top. Okay? So don't practice this to death. I just want you to look at it and be familiar with what the names of the chords are, what letters are in each chord, and be able to play especially the chords that have the F sharps in them because those aren't familiar to you yet. Okay, let's get to the next lesson.